Now 6 seconds on the scoreboard clock. They do get the playoff. Brolick intercepted. Rodriguez.
I think it's coming back. There's a flag down.
The flag is right around where the interception occurred.
Well, both teams heading off the field right there. I think false start.
False start called. Antonian declined, and another Apache opportunity thwarted. And that ends the third quarter. Apache still off the board. Central Catholic looking for their first win over their heated rivals in 4 years, and this interception will help. Still 13-0. We don't have the total number of plays Antonian ran in the third quarter. What we do know is that every play was in button territory, and still no points on the board. Junior Julian Rodriguez, you see him on your screen with a big interception, the Nathan Brolick pass to end the third quarter.
Well, and we don't want to beat a dead horse here. We've talked about Antonian struggling passing the ball. David, the two Antonian quarterbacks have thrown 15 passes. They've completed 5 to their own team. One of them actually went for negative yardage on one of those, one of the little bubble screens. So 5 completions against 3 interceptions. And that's just not going to get it done.
None bigger than the Rodriguez pick we saw before we went to break.
I'm not sure what the officials, they're bringing in the entire crew to come here and discuss something. There was already the change of possession and the change in the quarter. Some of the Antonian defenders are clustered around our zebras trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, right now the ball is marked at Central Catholic's on 22-yard line.
I mean, if it was an illegal formation, they would have just declined it and taken the result of the interception right here. And again, the great break.
That pass just a little behind Cantu, but it's only picked off because of the great coverage by Rodriguez.
Yeah, he was right there on his hip, and if the pass had been out in front of Cantu and hit him in stride right there, Rodriguez probably wouldn't have been able to reach it, or if he did, it would have been a penalty because he had to go through the receiver. But since the pass was behind him right there, with the defender right behind the man in coverage, I mean, you're basically throwing it to the defender at that point.
So still awaiting the start of the fourth quarter. David Salzmo, Cameron Kushwar with you from Bob Benson 66 Stadium. Central Catholic, the home team, with a 13-0 lead over Antonian. Antonian lost, and they're 0-2 in district play, and their hopes of defending their district crown from last year in serious jeopardy.
One of the officials talking with Coach Fushak, it looks like. I just can't imagine what they're trying to talk about.
It's the Bum Phillips Bowl, and we can't wait to see it. That's coming up when we're done here, 11 o'clock. Nederland, Port Nature's Groves, 92nd meeting. You want to talk about a rivalry? It is one of the best in all of Texas, and we'll take you to Southeast Texas at 11 o'clock tonight on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Now, I wish we knew what this was all about. Our officiating crew is talking now to both head coaches.
And our referee tonight, he's had some microphone issues when he has announced the penalties.
Again, the last play of the third quarter was that Julian Rodriguez interception that we showed you again about a minute ago. Now, I see the let's see here. We're seeing that. Is this the defense coming back out for Central Catholic?
Did they make the wrong call? Because from where the flag was, the fact that it had been thrown well before the actual interception, I thought it might have been a hold on the defense, in which case it would be an automatic first down.
Okay. Well,
Well, he just
illegal,
signaled another false.
He just called the legal procedure.
Well, if it was a false start, that's a dead ball, and the interception would never have happened if that was the case. But an illegal procedure, the play can go on, but an actual false start, an offensive player jumping before the snap, that's like a defender encroaching and making contact. That's a dead ball automatically.
And they're moving the ball forward 5 yards, and so perhaps the penalty was on Central Catholic and not Antonian, and our referee Chuck Meyer signaled it wrong. Folks, we're trying to guess as best we can as we watch it from up here in the booth. But the Antonian offense is out onto the field.
Well, and he had our official had the time with this, and he again signaled false start, but he did turn around and point in the direction of Central Catholic after they had switched the field. And over on the sideline, the Antonian sideline, Jake Smith is the one talking to his head coach, seeming to be the quarterback.
There's Kyle Cantu on the field. And, I think we're actually going to replay the last play of the third quarter. Both teams are now headed to the other side of the field.
It's going to be an untimed down.
So we'll have one play now to end the third quarter. Then we'll switch sides to begin the fourth. So again, as best we know, the penalty, although it was pointed Antonian's way at the end of the quarter, was actually on Central Catholic. That's why Antonian's going to get the play again, and then we'll switch sides. Now, L.D. Green Sr. got the explanation. There was no arguing from the Central Catholic head coach. It's a mistake on our officiating crew's part, and good to them for correcting it, although it certainly has led to a lot of confusion.
So basically the interception never happened.
And they've actually, Cameron, put 0.7 seconds up on the clock to signify that there'll be one more play in the third.
Well, I think they actually have called the penalty on Antonian. We have the public address announcer trying to explain what's going on here, and I was trying to listen to him a little bit. I think they called a dead ball penalty against Antonian. That would stop the clock, and that would mean the play never happened.
And so everyone has to reset here.
That's my best guess.
They have to put the chains down where they're supposed to be. Obviously, they have to put the football down where it's supposed to be. And again, we will have the last play of the third quarter redone. So the ball is down now at the Central Catholic 19. And even though it was Nathan Brawlick who threw to the interception, which has now been nullified, Jake Smith will get the snap at quarterback on this play. It is third down and 10.